Hello everyone, I'm Professor Geek, and welcome to day 23 of my 31 Days of Halloween reviews. Today I have a brand new comic to talk about. It's an independent comic, I guess. I'm a little unclear on who the actual creator is and what the name of their publishing venture is, so I believe, and if I get this completely wrong, I apologize, but I think the creator goes by the name of Rags Zombie. The title of the comic book is Rags, a Zombie Shopping Spree, and it's awesome. We've got just a prologue issue out first, but everything in that issue and all of the updates that I've seen on Patreon and on Facebook and such look like it's really a promising new series. I'm really excited about it, but I am just a little unclear about the creators and who's to go by. So if I'm getting this wrong, I apologize, but it looks like Rags Zombie is the name that they go by. And then New Age Ninja Corps, I think that's the publishing venture they're going under. But anyway, it is brand new. It's done online, and there's a Patreon account. You can get, from what I understand here, I just signed up myself for the Patreon account, but you can get hard copies of the actual comic, I think, for $1 a month. So it's very affordable Patreon account there, but you can also just buy the digital issues online for 99 cents. I did that as well. So the basic premise here, actually what I'll do is I'll read you the synopsis that they have on their Patreon, at least the first part of it anyway, just to kind of sell this. So the person creating this says, I'm a U.S. Army veteran and writer of the upcoming graphic novel Rags. The world of Rags is violent, crazy, and absolutely ridiculous. Rags follows the misadventures of former USMC combat veteran Corporal Regina Rogowski as she struggles to deal with her debilitating PTSD from her deployment and ouster from the Marine Corps, as well as the continuing loss from those she loves. So, really great premise there already. And in this prologue, when there are some other characters coming up, I'll talk about those in a second. But from the prologue, we don't know how she was stuck in the middle of this downtown mall place or whatever in the middle of a zombie apocalypse. We don't really know why. She's seemingly in some sort of bikini. I don't know how she lost her clothes, but she's searching for clothes. She's got a gun, and she's total badass. It's really great to see her in action, and she's in search of clothes, in search of survival, basic survival stuff. So that's the basic setup for this prologue issue. We know that some other characters are going to come in. It says Operator is a soldier who reached a breaking point during the initial outbreak and never made the journey back to sanity. Well, that's pretty intriguing. Though smarter and more caring than he acts, he's enjoying the apocalypse for what it is, a conflict zone with targets he can indiscriminately kill without repercussions. So again, that sounds like a really fun character. Great setup here. He'll do anything to ensure that the plague keeps going, having a great dislike for civilian life. So that's I've never been in the military myself, but I can already see some, just from knowing people who have some great aspects that I think are going to be really relatable to people who've either been in the military or veterans themselves or know people like this. Not to say that, people in the Army are, they're unstable when they come back. No, I'm not saying that at all. I just think some of the issues that, real life issues that people do have to deal with, some people coming back from wars and stuff like that. I think this is going to be a really interesting setup. And then a third character, it talks about Judy Hannah Smith, otherwise known as Muffin, is a former San Diego counter-drug agent and the anchor that keeps both Regina and the Operator's normally gray morality in check. Though initially distrustful of the duo, they eventually form a bond not unlike that of a real military unit. Muffin and Regina become very close and are nearly sisters, while she and the Operator have a love-hate relationship. So it looks like a really, really fun story. And the first issue is extremely promising. Sometimes when you hear about people doing a startup comic or just publishing it themselves, you think, oh, the quality. Okay. I'm going to show some images though from this prologue issue. As you can see, this is not even remotely low quality art. I mean, that could be in a comic book on the rack at your comic book shop. I mean, the art is very well done. I like the art style too. I like how it's a realistic style. It's not that silly stylized stuff. I talked about that in a previous video when we were talking about the Grimm fairy tales and their style of art and how today everything's going to stylized and it's just looking silly. But this is that realistic style of art here. But, of course it is, idealized, the form. I mean, Regina is an incredibly sexy woman, but that would make sense too. She's been in the military. She's somebody who's going to keep her body fit. I still don't know the circumstances as to why she's, lost her clothes in this first issue. It's going to be fun to keep going and find out all of that. I also like a theme they've set up just in this first issue, which is with the coloring. So the entire universe around is not even black and white. It's very just drab. It's a gray. It's kind of like there's a colorless, hopeless universe of this zombie apocalypse. But the colors that pop through are the variations of red. So Regina's reddish orange hair, certainly the red blood. There's a character by the name of Kyle in the issue who, at least at one point, kind of seems to want to help Regina, and the red of his jacket is very prominent, and that busts through. And then some of her tattoos, the blue, red, white, and blue, some of her U.S. Marines, American flag type tattoos pop through as well. So I like that aspect. I can't really say what that represents without seeing more of the story, but it could go a number of ways. It's clearly on purpose, and I like little things like that, little touches that really are a good argument for this story being told. It's through a comic book. It's making the most of the medium. I think when you have a comic book that might as well just be a short story, might as well just be an illustrated story, because they're not really making use of that merging between visual and textual mediums that is the comic book. So this seems to be making the most of that. I'm really excited to see that as well. But I really love it. It looks to be, I think they even bill it as an irreverent, just kind of doing whatever it can. And I like that aspect of comic books. Not that, I don't like stories written in order to be irreverent. I think that's just as annoying as reading some of Marvel's stuff right now, which is written to be political platforms, So that's, I like things when they happen organically in a story, whether that's irreverence or whether that is politics or whatever it is. That needs to come into a story organically. And again, we don't have much at all of this story yet, just a few pages of a prologue, but it looks very promising. I'm very excited about it. I'm supporting it. I'm eagerly awaiting future issues. So hopefully this will be great. It's a zombie apocalypse tale. So for you zombie fans, I highly recommend it. And really, 99 cents for a digital issue. What can you lose? So I definitely recommend it. I will have all the links below to the place to buy the digital issue, as well as the Patreon to just, throw $1 a month if you want to continue to get the hardcover issues, I think, if I understood that correctly. But great stuff. I'll have some links to other places to follow the project. I'm really excited that people are creating this kind of content and releasing it out there, so we have some options. And everything's not just DC and Marvel, even though I love a lot of the things DC's doing now. It's nice to have some options, and it's nice that they should have some competition, so they don't have all the power necessarily. So, great stuff. Highly recommend it. Rags, a zombie shopping spree. Looks to be a lot of fun. Don't forget our giveaway. Click on that link in the top right-hand corner. I'm giving away issue 1 of Batman Nevermore, the Batman Edgar Allan Poe team up. So all you need you to do is just share this video around. I just need to reach 250 subscribers, and then I'll do the giveaway, basically. So if you've commented on any of the videos this month, then there's that. So I guess I've just given you the whole giveaway spiel. But if you want to hear it again, you can click the giveaway link up there, video. So help me grow the channel, and we'll do a giveaway, maybe even give away a few other things as well. And come back tomorrow for another great Halloween superhero and or comic book related story. Until then, keep enjoying and digging deeper into those superhero and Halloween stories you love. Thanks for watching.